As requested, in this video, I'm going to show the setup if you would like to record or stream from your mobile device using your V9 Live sound card. I'll be showing you two different ways in connecting your phone to this V9 Live sound card. One is through the live port of this sound card, and the other one is using the OTG port. Without further ado, let's get started. And now let me show you the cables I will be needing in this setup. First of all, this is the V9 Live sound card. This is the device I will be using to record and stream. This is just an iPhone or iOS. And this iPad here will be the source of my background music. This microphone here, this is a Beam 800 condenser microphone. Now for these cables over here, you do not need to have all of them because I'll be showing you two different ways in connecting your device to this V9 Live sound card. For sure, I will be using this earphone to monitor the audio. And for the first setup, I will be using this lightning adapter, because this iPhone does not have a headphone jack on it. Heads up for you, if you're not using the right lightning adapter, you will not be able to record or stream from your iPhone device. And by the way, I got this from the Apple store. Now for this two cables here, two TRRS, the one that has 3 lines on both ends, I'll be using this on the first setup that I'll be showing you. And by the way, you can actually use just one of them if you prefer to connect your source of background music to hear wirelessly using Bluetooth. But in this setup today, I'm just going to use the other cable to connect your source of background music to hear using a cable. Now for the second setup, I'll be using this lightning cable. So it's just lightning to USB type A, and this one here is USB type A to micro USB, and this is just a lightning camera adapter. There's lightning on the other end, and then there's a camera icon on this one over here. And this one here, this is just optional actually. If you want to live stream or record and then you're charging while you're doing so, then this is your option. And now let's start the connections. First, I'm going to connect this Beam 800 condenser microphone. There are 2 mic input over here. So this is the capacitor 1 or 2. It doesn't matter where you connect it. So maybe let's connect it to the capacitor number 1. And now to connect this iPhone, I'll be connecting first this lightning adapter. And then I'll use one of this TRRS. So I'll connect one end to here, and then the other end I'll connect to the live ports on here. So you just select live 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. I'm going to connect it to live 1. Now I'm going to connect this earphone to monitor the audio. So it doesn't really matter where you connect it, earphone or headphone, it should work. So I'm going to connect it to earphone. And now to connect the source of the background music, I'm going to use another cable. You can actually use also TRS, the one that has 2 lines on both ends. So whether you have the 3 lines on both ends or 2 lines, it should work if you connect it to the whatever source you have. But you don't exchange it to this one here because it will not record or stream if you use the TRS, the one that has 2 lines. So it has to be 3 lines on both ends, TRS, for recording or streaming. From here, I'm going to connect this end to the one for music, so music input, and then the other end to the headphone port of this iPad. Okay, there you go. And now we're all set for the first setup. And now, as you noticed, I already turned on the camera over here. I'm just using the built-in camera of this iPhone. And I'm going to turn on now this V9 Live sound card. Okay, there you go. And by the way, before you even start your streaming or recording, always remember the record volume knob right here has to be on high because this is your audio output level. If this is low, then your recorded audio would be low as well. Or if you're doing live streaming, then your audio output on your live streaming would be low as well. Okay, so I'm setting my record volume knob here maybe about almost at the max, maybe at 4 or maybe let's just say 3 o'clock. And of course, the headphone volume is over here, the monitor. So it's up to you how loud you wanted it to hear using your earphone or headphone. This is just the mic volume over there, and this would be the volume of your background music. And now let me start recording over here. As soon as I start recording over here, I'll be sharing to you the audio output from this device over here. Okay, I'm gonna lower first my echo. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna start recording now from here. Okay, sound check testing 1 2 1 2 3 4. There you go. Whatever you are hearing right now, that is now the audio output from this phone over here. Sound check testing 1 2. So from here you have your equalizers over here, treble, bass, and baritone. Baritone is like the mid. Okay, so treble sounds like that, and baritone, and lower it, and bass, lower it or turn it up so it sounds like that. Okay, so maybe I'll just set them all three at the middle. Okay, and now for the preset sound effects on here, of course, so feel free to use them if you want. Let's try some. Okay, here we go. Or yell, or slash. Okay, and you can try all of them if you would like. As you noticed, right now there's no effects yet, so my voice is flat. That is because my wet and dry over here, both of them are at 0. When you're doing recording or streaming, you have vocal modes on here or reverb preset. You can either use popular, major, KTV, and MC. Maybe let's try popular. You won't really hear the difference unless you turn your wet and echo up. Okay, so let's maybe set them both at the middle also. Okay, so now let's try KTV. Okay, there you go. This is now KTV sound check, testing 1 2, and then let's try the major. Okay, there you go. Sound check, testing 1 2, and popular and MC. There you go. Now, whatever you use on here, whatever reverb preset you use, as soon as you tap the Primal sound, your vocals will automatically be flat without any effects. Maybe let's try first KTV. There you go. So as you notice, it has effects or reverb on it. Even if this one is, maybe let's turn it up some more. There you go. As soon as you tap Primal, your vocal or your voice will be flat without any effects. Okay, let's do that. Okay, there you go, sound check, there you go. So anyway, that is the shortcut. Let's say you do not want some reverberation after you sing a song or whatever you do, then tap this Primal sound and then your vocals or voice will be flat. And now if you want to use again the reverb preset, then feel free to tap or select maybe popular. Okay, there you go, sound check. And then if you want to lower the effects, wet and dry or echo, then of course you can lower. You can lower the wet and dry, something like that, or the echo. So there you go. Okay, so anyway, it's up to you to play around whatever is your preferred vocals. And now let me show you that internal play doesn't matter because whether you turn it on or off, it will still record the background music you are playing. And like if you are connecting your V9 Live sound card to a laptop and then you are playing a music from that same laptop, then this matters because if you turn this off, your viewers will not be able to hear the background music. You alone can hear that, but not your listeners or viewers. It will not even be recorded if you are doing recording. So anyway, let me show you that in this setup using an iPhone or a device other than a laptop, this background music should still be recorded. Okay, there you go. So I am going to press this again. Okay, so as you notice, there is no light, internal closing is off. So there you go. It still be recording this background music, I'm sure. Okay, I'm gonna stop this one now. Okay, and now the Bluetooth here. So again, as I mentioned earlier, you can connect this source wirelessly using this Bluetooth. You just have to tap it, just a short tap like that, and it's blinking. Once you turn on the Bluetooth of that iPad over there, and then just pair them, go to the settings and then Bluetooth and then pair them, and they should be connected wirelessly. As I mentioned earlier, I will not be using the Bluetooth connections. We'll just use the cable right there. Maybe let's just turn this off. Okay, there you go. And now this reverb delay here, this is your Autotune. So as soon as you tap that, it gives you a different tone of your vocals.
Sound check, testing, 1, 2, and then if you tap it again, it changes your voice. There you go. Sound check, baby, baby, baby. There you go. So anyway, that's what it is. Okay, maybe let's go back to Primal. Okay, and now for your voice changer, you can use this one here. So just tap this pitch.
Sound check, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then as you tap this one, it changes your
Voice.
There you go.
Just take note, in this kind of sound card, there is no turning off monitoring if you are curious. All the time you can hear yourself. And this voiceover button, what it does is when you turn this on, when you play a background music, the volume of your background music is supposed to go down when you talk. And then when you stop talking, the volume of the music you're playing is supposed to go up. Okay, let's do a test. I'm going to play this music. And I'm going to turn this voiceover. Okay, now that the voiceover is turned on, as you notice, you could hardly hear. You can still hear it a little bit, but not as loud as if I'm going to stop talking. Okay, there you go. So anyway, that is the use of this voiceover button right there. Okay, let me just turn it off. Okay, that's pretty much the functions on this V9 Live sound card if you are going to do streaming or recording.
And now let me show you the other way in connecting your mobile device to this V9 Live sound card using the OTG port. The OTG port on here is the one for charging. So from that, we will use this micro USB to USB type A. So again, micro USB to USB type A. So from here, I will connect it to here, the one for charging. And then I'm going to connect it to this lightning camera adapter. So I'll connect it like that. Now these two things here are actually optional. If you want to charge it while you're recording or streaming, then you need this too. But if you don't, then you don't need it. So now let's say you want to charge it while you're streaming or recording. And by the way, we'll do a sample streaming from here. Okay, so again, this is just a lightning cable, a regular lightning cable. So from here, we'll connect one end to there, and then the other end we'll connect to this portable charger. Okay, and from here, this end, of course, will connect to this iPhone. Okay, and now we will still be using this TRRS, the one that has 3 lines on both ends or 2 lines, or you can connect that source of your background music to here wirelessly. Same thing, we'll connect one end to the music input right there, and then the other end to the headphone port of this iPad. Okay, and now we will connect this earphone again to monitor the audio. I'll connect it to the one for a headphone this time. And now that we're all set, let's do a test by going live stream on Facebook. Now I'm going to start my live streaming from here.
Sound check, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And from here, I am already on live, and the audio that you're hearing, this is now the audio output from this live streaming on Facebook. And same as I showed you earlier, the record volume knob has to be on high. Otherwise, if this one is at 0, your audio output from your live streaming will be low as well. And again, these are your equalizers as I showed you earlier. So it's up to you how loud you want to use the baritone, treble, and bass. So it's really up to you. And again, maybe let's add a little bit of effects, okay, right there. And same as I showed you earlier, you can use the voice over again. Okay, there you go. And let's stop the voiceover to turn it on. Okay, sound check, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sound check. Maybe this is more for DJ or more for talking. Okay, let's turn it off now. Okay, and now, as I showed you earlier, the internal play still does not matter in this kind of setup. So turn it on or off, it doesn't matter. And maybe let's use maybe major this time. Okay, sound check, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you want to use the voice changer, the one that pitch.
There you go, sound check.
Sound check. Okay, let's go back to major.
Okay, now the mute over here, As soon as you tap this one, your microphone will not work. So whatever you say, let's say you don't want everything to be heard wherever you are, whatever you do, just tap the mute button. Okay, as you noticed, when I turn on the mute here, you did not hear my voice because that is to disable this microphone. Okay, and pretty much all the setup or all the features that I showed you earlier are pretty much the same. Let's say a reverb delay. This is your Autotune. Sound check, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, sound check. So maybe you can use that for maybe rap music or any music or whatever way you want to use it. And preset sound effects on here, of course, you can use them as you like. Awesome! So this one here. Okay, so something like that. And this elimination over here, this is to somehow convert the music that has vocals into a karaoke song so that you can sing along with that. That's the use of the elimination over there. Maybe let me show you a short singing sample as if you are singing to your audience or viewers or listeners. Okay, let's use this music over here. Okay, let me play this again. Okay, so again, if you want it more louder, turn this up or turn it down. Okay, maybe like that. Time, I've been passing time, watching trains go by. All of my life, lying on the sand, watching seabirds fly, wishing there would be someone waiting home for me. Let me give you another short sample if in case you want your wet and dry more higher. Okay, maybe let's set it to about 75% for both of them. Okay, let's play this one again. Looking back as lovers go walking past, all of my life, wondering how they met and what makes it last. If I found the place, would I recognize the face? That should be your audio output if you will be maybe using this kind of a setup.
And that is all I can share for today. I hope this video gives you an idea on how to connect in two ways your iPhone to this V9 live sound card. And by the way, for those of you who are an Android users, there is a USB-C camera adapter, almost same as like this. You can charge while you are streaming or recording. You can use that as well, and then do the same process on here. But if you have the USB-C dongle, so the one that looks like this one here, I cannot guarantee that it will work perfectly because not all USB-C adapter works. Anyway, it's just a heads up for you if you are an Android user. Thanks again, guys, for watching. If you like this type of video, please give it a like, and if you want more of this type of videos, consider subscribing if you haven't done yet, and hit the notification bell so you are always updated for all the upcoming videos I will be posting. Keep safe, and until next time.